Liebenzell missionaries on their way to China would stop off at the different Liebenzell prayer groups across America.
Founded in 1899, Liebenzell Mission began as a German mission agency to support the gospel work that Hudson Taylor began in Asia through China Inland Mission.
But then the war started, and the Zimmermans could not leave the state without permission. There was a man by the name of Herfling, Rudolf Herfling. My father lived with him when he first came to New York City. And he was the one that thought it might be good if we started a Liebenzell branch in America. And then the Zimmermans would have a place to stay.
The Zimmermans' vision of our campus was a place of rest, but God also intended it to have a local impact for His people.
Liebenzell America started just about the time when I was born. A combination of Henry and Anna Zimmerman bringing them to us, and they also challenged us in those meetings. So that was wonderful, wonderful thought in my life that it was there that someone, one of the missionaries, asked if there would be anyone in the congregation who wanted to maybe think of being missions, and I had always thought I wanted to be a missionary. So I answered yes.
My earliest memory dates back to probably 1955. I kind of fell in love with this place up here. Not only that, the Zimmermans, they had a way of making you feeling welcome. Even though I remember hearing from Liebenzell Mission back home in Germany, yet my contact there was rather limited, and I found like a second home up here.
My first own memories of Liebenzell go back to 1947. That summer, my mother and sister and I, we spent the summer here. My mother worked in the canning kitchen, and my sister and I played around with all the other kids that were around at the time. But in 1957 and 1958, I was a teenager. I was my junior and senior year of high school, and I needed farm experience, so I became a summer employee for money at Liebenzell. I got the grand total of $100 for each summer, plus room and board. Those are my earliest recollections, and I've been involved with Liebenzell basically ever since.
Within 10 years of its founding, Liebenzell USA sent its first missionary to Manus Island. Our reach has since expanded. Our mission fields include Africa, Europe, parts of Asia, and both North and South America.
Liebenzell is a small mission, and yet the people are just very friendly. And everywhere around the world that I've met Liebenzell missionaries, right away a sense of joy and a fellowship and a brotherhood that really can't be beat. So it's just encouraging to read the stories, to see missionaries in action.
Time ripe, and God showed me this is my mission field. Never imagined before. So when I was struggle so much, want to get out from home, God never could open the doors for me. But when the time comes, everything happened at one time.
Mission life is often physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually taxing. But Liebenzell USA has always been a place of rest for our missionaries on furlough.
In a sense, Liebenzell is not just sending out missionaries, but providing spiritual oversight and also pastoral care. so that missionaries feel they belong to a family. When they have a problem, they can call, they can write.
The sense of belonging is what I can clearly say Liebenzell has made us feel.
I would like to see Liebenzell have another 80 years. And I'm encouraged as I see what God is doing in us and what God is doing through us. And my prayer is that by His Spirit, He will raise up more folks to come along and join us, that He will raise up more support, that we can thrust people out into the field.
In addition to being a haven of rest for missionaries, Liebenzell USA has become a place of renewal for local Christians and church groups. In the 1980s, Liebenzell USA purchased a nearby Boy Scout camp called Red Arrow. Later, this became known as Liebenzell Retreat Ministries. Many faithful people in the previous generation supported Liebenzell USA for 80 years. Today, the mission needs the faithful and generous support of God's people to continue this vital work forward until our Lord returns.
Supporting mission work is a way of worshiping God and showing Him that we trust Him and believe what He says, that we take His word seriously. We know His promises are true, that He will back up everything He said in His word. So yes, supporting missionaries is extremely important. It's part of the calling for God's church in these end times.
Throughout Liebenzell's 80 years of work, one thread weaves through it all and holds everything together: God's faithfulness to His people. We carry on spreading the gospel with that in mind, both home and abroad.